Hey folks, welcome to our garden on the north end of Salt Spring Island. Behind me here is our Dicksonia antarctica. A Tasmanian tree fern is the common name. Planted this one a quarter of a century ago, and it has now 6 feet of trunk on it. Beside it is growing a Trachycarpus fortunei palm. So if you live in a similar growing zone and you like big ferns, you probably want to try one of these in your gardens. They grow nice big trunks like a palm tree and have these really cool fern fronds on them. This one's native to Tasmania, and it was actually imported from Tasmania. We have two smaller ones in the upper garden. This one here is in a nice alcove. It stays evergreen year-round. Even in our coldest winters, they're not bad enough to get this thing to turn brown. If the temperatures drop below 20 degrees Fahrenheit, then these will brown. So minus 6.6 degrees Celsius. Count on it losing the fronds. It just doesn't get cold enough here. This is a Zone 9A long-term plant. There are some in Zone 8B with protection. And remember, the inner crown is the most tender part of the fern. If you're going to grow one of these things, protect the inner crown where the croziers emerge. If you don't protect that and you get a heavy freeze in there and that's done, then the fern is done. So anyway, look for them in your local garden center. Nursery down the road from us has a ton of them. And there's Dicksonia fibrosa, scrosa, and Cyathea cooperi is the less of the hardy, but this one seems to work really well here. There's some beautiful specimens in private gardens here on Salt Spring Island. Every year it puts out about 24 new fronds, and this year it put out a little bit less, probably because it was so dry out, but this is this year's flush, and a lot less than 24. And I cut off the old fronds because they do start to turn brown towards midsummer. All right, folks, thanks for watching, and try a tree fern in your own garden. They are pretty awesome plants, and they work really well here in the southern Gulf Islands on the west coast of Canada, southwest coast of Canada. Cheers.